Well, welcome everybody to our online program on addiction and recovery from the Sunshine Coast Health Center up here in Powell River, BC. And we've been talking about why do clients relapse after they've completed a treatment for addiction. And according to our best statistics, for every 100 people who go through like a top-of-the-line mainstream addiction treatment for addiction, 75 of them will return to the drug within 12 months. And that's a fairly consistent research finding we've had for a few decades now. So what's going on? Because on the face of it, it just doesn't make any sense. So today's topic is about boredom. Those of you who've been watching the online program or know anything about our facility will know that we define addiction in line with the great psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, who said that if you really wanted to understand addiction, you had to recognize that it was a response that some people use because they were living a life that lacked personal meaning. So the addiction is serving as a purpose. It's serving a purpose. It's allowing the individual to exist more comfortably in this terrible life where they just feel a vacuum. Our clients have called it a feeling of emptiness or a void. Now, Frankl said the hallmark symptom of that void or that feeling of emptiness was boredom. He said that's how you could tell if someone's lived a meaningful life or they didn't, is were they easily bored? And this is actually one of the most common symptoms that we've discovered with people with addictions, is that it seems across the board they're very easily bored. And so when we think about why people will relapse after they've completed an addiction treatment center, one of the less publicized findings is that they often run into boredom. And the solution to boredom is very quick. Take a drink and 10 minutes later you'll eliminate it completely. Or smoke a marijuana joint, or really any drug. One of its great capacities is to get rid of boredom. And when we talk to people with drug problems, and we ask them, well, what are some of the key reasons why you will use marijuana or cocaine or heroin? And one of the reasons that they always bring up with is boredom. It's Sunday, I have nothing to do, no job to go to, what am I going to do? Oh, I'll go get drunk, or I'll go smoke a joint. And this is very common with people with addictions. And by the way, this is also true of gambling addiction, right? Gamblers are known to be very easily bored in their daily lives, right? So perhaps one of the key reasons why people will relapse after treatment is if they run into this boredom. And in fact, studies we've done at the Sunshine Coast have actually indicated that boredom is the number one reason why our former clients actually tell us they relapsed. So it wasn't because they had drug cravings or anything like that. It was boredom. So that's actually kind of curious, right? Which fits very well with Viktor Frankl's idea. And I recall talking to one client who had been in and out of treatment centers for years, and he said to me, he said, every time I clean up, then everybody's happy. My kids are happy, my boss is happy, my wife is happy. Everybody's happy except me. I've never been so bored in my life. And I last about 6 months till I can't take it anymore. And then that's it. I just have to go get loaded. And that's very common. And it's not like Viktor Frankl's the only person who's picked up on this. The psychologists have actually been commenting about boredom and addiction for years. One of the most famous ones is the great Albert Bandura. So maybe this is really what's going on, is that if a person is not really pursuing a life after they leave treatment, the odds are they're going to start getting bored. And boredom is a tough emotion to exist in without doing something about it. Yeah, things to think about. Anyway, that's it for this program, and we'll be back next time with a new topic.